How's everyone doing today? I basically said I would follow up on a video on doing some final touches on rugs. And I'm going to go ahead and refresh this page here. And I'll follow along if you have any questions, so I don't have to walk over to my phone. I'll just come on over here and take a look every once in a while, just like I did the other night. So I'm about to head home, but before I do, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and share this into the private group. Just give me a quick second. And we'll talk about, there we go. Okay, and we'll talk about a final brightening for that color pop, because I really want to add a color pop. And basically what I did was, you notice this big, huge 12 by 14 monster shag rug. Okay, we all know how heavy those can be, how beastly they can be, and if you know anything about them, you already know that they are basically made of polyester. Okay, polyester has an affinity for oil. It oxidizes oil on there. It's very difficult to break loose. So I mixed up a little bit of Black Label and added also a little bit of Pros Grade Citrusolve in there to help break that bond. And I tell you what, it turned out really nice looking. I really can't complain. And I dried it from the top and from the bottom at the same time, put air movers on top and air movers on the bottom to try to reduce the amount of browning or wicking, because remember, which way does evaporation go? It goes upwards. So when it goes upwards, you're going to have all that evaporation moving its way up. So let me know how the sound is for you, and I'm going to break this down a little bit of what I do and give you a couple of tips and tricks, not only just for brightening, but also for going back to past customers too. Okay? So we're almost there. Let's take a look. Okay, we're getting a good amount of people in here now. That's awesome. Very good. So the number's growing. Just let me know how my sound is before I get started. I want to make sure it's nice and clear because I'm using my new Bluetooth that my son got me. He's always upgrading me to brand new technology. It's difficult to keep up with him at my age, but hey, I'm very appreciative that he's doing it. All right, so what do I do? What I'm going to do is, I mentioned the other night, I use the Slim. I love the little Slim machine because it's cordless and I can just hit it on the fly. And the other day I mentioned that we had a redo that we had to go back on. And on that redo, we took the Slim and knocked it out in a second. Additive to help break animal odors from it. Again, the same thing, Logan, you want to add some Citrusolve into your pre-spray, and that'll help break the bond. I like to add actually a little bit of Citrusolve and a little bit of Unchained. Put those together in there along with your pre-spray, something like our Black Label or our Red Label, and I want to tell you what, it'll knock it dead. And it'll smell great in there for a long time. The customers will like it, and it's not overpowering because we're big fans of essential oils. We buy the best of everything, won't let you down. Okay, but that's a good question there. And let's see, Craig here says the sound is good. Well, that's what I want to hear. The sound is good. So let's break this down a little bit. First off, what I'm going to do is I've taken some super cap with Unchained in it, okay? And basically what that's going to do for me is going to give me some it's going to work on the polyesters with some polymers. Boy, I got some tongue twisters going on there, don't I? So these polymers are going to help bring back the life of the carpet. It also has a tendency to fill in the scratches. So if you're doing a commercial job and you've got a transition area that looks bad, if you go in there with some super cap Unchained after you've done hot water extracted, if that was your first choice, my first choice, of course, is encapsulation right from the bat. But if you've got a really bad transition area, you've done hot water extracted, it doesn't look good, grab a little bit of super cap with Unchained, get yourself a little, either a 175 or pick yourself up a Slim. I love these machines. They're very simple and easy to use. Pop right over top of it. It'll fill those little gaps in there and those scratches, and it'll look a whole lot better and for a lot longer too, okay? Plus it'll avoid any wicking because you might have overwetted in that area trying to get deep down inside that transition to get more soil out, when in actuality what it is wear and tear, okay? So that should work for you right there. All right, let's see how my picture is. Picture looks good. Yep, it's all coming in nice. Okay, very good. All right, now, let's suppose I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now I have two options. One is I can go ahead and mix up my product right inside the tank. Just makes the machine a little heavier, and there might be some left over. So I'm not going to use that. What I did is I went ahead and mixed up my super cap Unchained, and I've already sprayed it down. Just kind of misted it all throughout real good. All right. Now I want to get it nice and even. So I sprayed it down nice and even before I started the video. However, I'm going to take it even a step further. A lot of times I'll take some Unchained. Oh, by the way, don't forget we have Unchained for pet lovers available. So this is kind of cool. You can leave it with your clients and put a sticker on there. If you go to our tmfshop.net, you can see it even has a link to get the stickers. Drop it on there, leave it with a client. I'll tell you what, you have a client for life off of that. Now, what I like to do is I'll take some Unchained, right? It's a new bottle here. It's all right. I'll take some Unchained and mix it in with some water already inside of here. Okay? Might need a key here. Yeah, here we go. To pop this bad boy open with a little bit because it's got a safety seal on there so it can breathe. I'll take some Unchained, right? And then I'll go ahead, drop it into a little bucket. Now watch what I'm doing here. And this is really good. This is a fantastic tip right here. I'll mix it 50-50 with water in here. And this is a great tip if you have to go back to a job. Like we had to go back to a job where a spot had wicked back. And this lady always calls back about the same spot, it seems like. I don't know. Or some other spot. She's always just extremely particular. She spends a lot of money, and I think some new spots pop up and from her pets, and she blames it on us. But either way, we go back and make them 100% happy. All right, so here's my little trick. What I'll do is I'll take my bonnet, right, and I'll put it down inside of it, and I'll soak it up real good. All right? And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and squeeze out the excess. This is a great little tip, guys. Take my word for it. If you got a 175 or you got an OP machine, this is a little miniature OP machine. We also have the vibes we keep here for our larger jobs. You might see that over in the corner over there. Got a vibe. So I squeeze out the excess and I lay it down up under the unit, which I've already done, okay? So then I'm going to walk over there, grab a towel off my bench here. So I'll walk over here. Let me refresh this here, so hold tight. See if there's any new questions. So I'll go ahead and I'll walk on over here. I always like to keep a towel in my pocket when I'm doing a job. I don't know about you. All right, and so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and cut the machine on. And now I'm just going to work my way over top of it simply. Now here's another little tip. When you're doing these big rugs, for some reason, it's really hard to get around the whole border. Okay? But what's nice about this unit is you can kind of tilt it and get that border really looking nice. So I'm going to take my time, go right along them borders, and especially these little corners. You know how your wand wants to grab a hold of the corner, just won't clean it as well? Okay? So here I go. So I really work that little border really nicely, okay? Just working my way back and forth, almost like you're cutting grass, up and back. It doesn't take a lot of time. I love this little unit. So simple, so lightweight, so ergonomic. This is a fantastic little tool to keep on your truck. And when you see my profile, you're going to see this machine on there, okay? And watch for my video coming up very soon about how to dual wand with a machine that is a true dual wand. And that's the Profire. So my whole point is the super cap, when unchained, already has the polymers in there. It's going to make it smell nice with the Sweet Breeze, and it's going to give you that color pop. It's really going to make it look nice, fill in the scratches. Remember to work those borders. So I'm working that border there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Work those borders. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. My wife and I have been doing some live videos. Some of you guys have been noticing those. I think we've been doing them for 3 months, one each week. And got a lot of good feedback on it and was just received well. So we went ahead and put it on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen it, please go over to Truck Mount Forums YouTube channel, subscribe, give it a like, give it a comment. It's always appreciated, you know. And we always appreciate anything you do for us, as I've said before, and I'll continue to say until I pass away. We like to work on the law of reciprocity. Oh, here's another thing too. I'll let this dry in my shop. I keep fans in little strategic places in my shop, okay, so they don't take up much space. Whoa. And so I'll keep these fans in little places, right? And what I'll do is I'll cut those fans on, get it dry. Monday morning I'll come in here, vacuum it, I'll roll it up, I'll put it in a plastic sleeve, and I'll put some Sweet Breeze inside there and make it really smell nice. And when she opens it up, rolls it out, it's going to look, she's going to get that unbelievable PMOT, positive moment of truth, because it's going to look bright, it's going to smell great. Also Monday I'll come over here and vacuum it, and I'll groom it real well before I do a final vacuuming. And that's another thing too, guys. When you're doing these beastly rugs, okay, I'm going to tell you, you really need to vacuum them. And then you need to vacuum them again. and then you need to vacuum them again, okay? So triple vacuum them and go from, I'm going right now, I'm going what, west to east, right? West to east. But when you're vacuuming, after you're done vacuuming, go north to south, okay? Or in this case, I guess I'd be going south to north. Yep, here in Virginia Beach. So just giving you the rundown here. I'm going to finish half this rug. I'll walk over here, see if you have any comments and questions. Let me know. I'll be glad to answer them for you. But, you know, it's all about delivering the experience, not just the experience, but also the quality. So I like to bring my clients back here, and I'll even show them the setup I have here. By the way, one of these machines is sold, this ProChem Legend GTs. I'm not using those anymore. Of course, I build my own machines, the Starfire and the ProFire now. So these will be gone, and I'm going to set one machine outside on a pallet, and that's going to be my machine for cleaning rugs if I want to. All right, which I probably will. Though I have a Nautilus MXE 500 back in the back, and that thing is a freaking beast. I love that thing. It's heavy, I ain't going to lie, but I don't have to move it. I'll leave it right there. I'll let it just do its job. Okay, let me walk over here. Isn't it nice having that battery operated though? No cords in your way, nothing like that. I just love having a battery operated unit. Then they also make the Life Machine too, don't forget. So the Life Machine is battery operated. It's a full size oscillating pad machine. It's also cord, so that way I think it lasts 2.5 hours with the battery, but if the battery starts to wear out on you, all you got to do is pop on over to the cord. So it's got both on it. And by the way, a little tip. They're actually working on a little cord version for this, so if the battery goes dead, but I keep an extra battery on hand. What's the machine called? It's called the Orbot Slim. I'll give you a little closer look of it in a second. Let's see. What is the, let's a couple questions here. What is the difference in price to use the machine you are now compared to the hot water method cleaning that rug? Well, remember, I hot water extracted it first, Logan, okay? Because these things are, you know, that polyester, it really needs a good deep clean and good deep flush, especially if you got urine. You don't have a choice but the hot water extracted, okay? And then I follow up the next day or two after it's done dried real thoroughly. I've got two more over there. I don't know if you can see them. I got two runners here that somebody brought in yesterday, and I went ahead and cleaned those. So they're looking great, but I'm going to bring them over here, and I'm going to give them that final pop here in just a little bit. All right, let's see. Okay, didn't catch that part. I got it. So Rob, let's see your rug wash setup. Okay, I'll walk you over there in a second, Atish. Sure will. I want to show them this machine a little bit up closer, but let me get with Logan here. Somebody else had a comment. Let's see if I can catch all the comments, because Facebook only lets you see a couple at a time. So more like $150 rug that size? No. I think you should charge about $300, $400 for that rug right there, easily. Easily. That thing's a beast. It's an animal to have to work with, so definitely getting the money for it. Sometimes you can get more, but sometimes people haven't paid that much for it, so you can't, it's kind of hard for them to justify spending more for it, so keep that in mind. All right, I'm going to get this machine while this is uploading here. I'm refreshing my page. I'll grab this machine and bring it up to you a little closer. The Orbot Slim. Let me go ahead and pop the handle up. You notice how it's got the ergonomic handle. You can carry it just like this. Walk in and out of a home. I think that's pretty cool. Look at that. Yeah, one-handed. And it doesn't take up much space. That's why it's called the Slim. I think that's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to walk over here closer in just 1 second. All right, got us up here. Here we go. Very good. Okay, so I'll walk this machine up a little closer. Let me see how close I can get without messing it up here. It looks like I can go all the way up to where I can see the camera face right there from the sunshine. So if you can see the machine here, it's perfectly weighted. It's got the weights that are built on there. It's an oscillating pad machine, so it's going back and forth while it's turning at the same time, so that's pretty cool. A couple extra plates here, so it's perfectly weighted to make it ergonomic. It has a spray tip here in the front. It has an extra set of wheels, so you can kind of balance the unit, keep it right where you want it. So you can walk along with it, and you can also lower the head, and then it's set right at the perfect position. It's got different adjustments depending on your height. I'm almost 6 feet tall, so it's set just right for me. And then it's got a spray nozzle here. Push this button here on the right. It's got for spray. Over here is for your power. On top of it, there's some lights, and these lights tell you how much power you have in the battery and how low it's getting. So that's kind of cool. It's just a very simple and easy machine to use, and I really like oscillating pad machines, especially for encapsulation. I'm telling you what, to me, encapsulation when it comes to commercial carpets is king. I know some guys just can't believe that a $4,000 or $5,000 Vibe, or well, they're only a couple $1,000s really for a Vibe. They can't believe a $2,000 Vibe or a $3,000 Life machine or a Haas Orbot spray board can outperform hot water extraction. But it does on CGD, and CGD stands for what? Commercial glue down. So carpets that are commercially glued down to the concrete, it definitely works great on those. So keep that in mind. Here we go. Now I'm getting all the comments here. I think my internet's just a little bit slow back here, so be patient with me. Here we go. Awesome. Now I'm getting them all here. Cool. Nolan Hill, let's see. Since I've been using your products and the methods I've been doing, I've never had to go back, but I do have some super cap just in case. There you go. Also keep it, Nolan, for that commercial, okay? And I will tell you what, if you are ever doing rugs like this right here, or like these runners over here with these thick shag, and you clean them with hot water extraction, let's suppose you take them back to your house if you don't have an office or a shop, or you clean it at your shop, what's going to happen to you? I'll guarantee you're going to get a little bit of wicking. You can't even hardly notice it, but I'll tell you what, when you hit it with this and you let it dry, you're going to notice there's going to be a serious color pop. It's going to really look nice and bright because you've done filled in those scratches, and a little bit of browning has done wicked up the fibers, okay? Evaporation pulls some of it up. Let's face it, you can't get every ounce of dirt out of any carpet, and you sure as heck ain't going to get it out of this shag over here, okay? So if you're not going to get it all out of there, you're going to end up with what? You're going to end up with a little bit of browning or lightly soiled, and you might not even notice it, okay? But after you hit it with this machine, you're really going to notice a difference. That's how I feel about it. So, and that's been my general experience. Look at that. Oh yeah, the machine won't cut on until it gets down to the bottom. So let me finish this, and then I'll walk you guys over to my pit. Remember what I said, you can get right along the edges very nicely with this unit. You can run one wheel off, one wheel on. That's another thing too, Nolan. When you are hot water extracting these thick bad boys, it's really hard to get the edges along the border, okay? Because your wand just kind of wants to float or just pull right off of it. So that always irritates me. So I say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to sweat it. I'll just go back and hit it with a little bit of super cap. Yeah, that's all you got to do. A little bit of super cap will do you. I mean, it's already looking better. Oh, and this carpet was filled with dog oils. Didn't have no urine, amazingly, but it had a lot of dog oils. And I took some before and after pictures, and you can really see a huge difference in it. I'm almost done. I want to hit it before it's dry. So if you showed up a little bit late on this video, it's okay. You feel free to watch it. I'm going to have it posted up here, and then I'll put it up on YouTube. But the point is to give something a nice color pop, or if you have to go back, and by the way, I think that was our first redo of the year. You know, we probably get 5 a year, I would think. And when you're running 5 trucks, 5 redos or spot wickings or something of that nature is not bad at all. Actually, that's a doggone good average, am I right? So, and I'm not even out in the field that much, but still my technicians do a great job, so I can't complain. All right, so just as a quick recap of the super cap before I walk you back, because Atish said he'd like to see the rug pit back there. You can see I've got a couple rugs hanging. Actually, I've got 3 rugs hanging back there right now. And there we go. That's actually a pretty doggone good picture. I'm surprised, except for me in there. All right, so we got all the comments there. It's cool. Now, so just a quick recap. The recap is, what I'm going to do is I like to mix it up in my own spray container, or you can use the container that's on there. But I say, why use it if you don't have to? You know, it's up to you. You can use either one of them. I'll take and I'll lightly mist and put it nice and even all over, because with my poor vision and all the light in here, sometimes I can't even see the fan coming out in front of the machine. Can't see it that much. Where here I can kind of control it. But either way, it's fine. At least it's built on. And then as a little bit more protection, a little bit more brightness, I'll take some 50-50 unchained. I'll take a pad, dip it into a little bucket, squeeze out all the excess, throw it up under there. And that's another thing too, is you're not running dry over the carpet. You never want to run dry. So even here spraying it with the machine, or you're spraying it with this, you might be missing something. Here's another cool thing too. Suppose you go out and do a redo, right? Or look, when I say redo, I don't mean a whole job, just maybe one spot, or maybe a little transition in front of a kitchen or something of that nature. Maybe it just wicked up a little bit on you or browned out. It shouldn't have, And if it did, it's probably because you made a mistake. And what was that? You probably didn't rinse it thoroughly enough. You didn't dry it fast enough. Or it could have been weather conditions. Okay, atmospheric conditions can cause some very slow dry times. And if that's the case, it gives it a better chance of something moving from the back to the top. But really, rinsing and flushing is number one. Now, here's the cool tip. If you take this right here, you don't have to spray nothing. And you can get it dry as fast as possible. Squeeze the excess out, throw it up under there, hit the spot. It'll look like brand new. Put an air mover there. It'll dry fast, and you got the final result. How hard is that? And of course, leave them a little bit of a little bit of Unchained behind, okay? Leave them the RTU Unchained for pet lovers, and that'll help them out considerably. All right, so that's it. That's your final color pop, and also a little tip and trick that I mentioned there will help you out. All right, let's see what we got here. A lot of people said they didn't charge. Did you charge to go back? I'll tell you what, Craig, we did not charge. And why did we not charge? Because this lady's been using us for over a decade, and she spends a lot of money. She's very high end. It's a $1.1 million home from what I found out from the receptionist. And it seems like no matter what, I think just in her mind to justify how much we charge her, when believe me, it is a lot. All right? It's closer to the 1,000 mark than it is to the 500 mark, okay? So I don't mind, and what I do is to kind of build it into the price on customers like that. I've always got enough room in there to follow back up if need be. But and I also leave the door open. It's very important to leave the door open, so if you do need to go back, you've got it covered, and they're happy, and they don't feel like it's confrontational. All right? Okay, I'm going to walk you around the pit here for a second then. Let's see. Like I said, I've still got one more truck mount left for sale if you want to buy it. Legend GT, I put new engines on them because I don't want anything to come back to me where somebody complains and says, oh, you sold me a machine that has some problems. No, I sold you a machine with a brand new engine on it, okay? So I don't want to hear nothing. The only reason I pulled those guys out is because I put all new machines in my trucks, my Starfires and my Profires. All right, I think that kind of wraps it up. Now you should know how to brighten the carpet up nice and neatly. And I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to grab a tripod, and I'll walk you back over here and give you a little look around. So hold tight here. Sun's coming out here real nicely. All right, we keep our extra cleaning products over there. We keep my guys' lockers over there with their spotters, filters, shoe covers. As you notice, I was wearing shoe covers, gloves, also extra pads for polishing floors. Also, you've got our blocks up there. We got a little bit of everything. We got smocks over there from when we're doing tile and grout and stone. Of course, over here, I'm working on a tile wand that one of the jets to stop working, and then I've got also this Hydroforce over here that's leaking from the block, and it's really not repairable. What I can do is just replace the block, and we sell those in tmfshop.net, so keep that in mind. But I'll just switch that block out and go on. It's just not worth the hassle of worrying about, okay? All right, so these are the machines, the 3 Legends that I have here. I got a tile machine, which I'll take out and do tile grout and stone on high rises right there. That's really good. Gives me 1,200 PSI, which with Grout Master, you really don't need that much anyway, but still good to have. Here's where I put some wands together. Somebody wants a pink wand, so I'm putting them together, a pink wand. Keep all our specialty services over here because we go through, you know, for fogging, with the foggers out right now, our dry vapor machine, ozone, thermal. Then over here we've got for stone, color sealing. We've got also for water extraction, pest control. We've got a little bit of everything here. The rug cleaning, pressure washing, and also, last but not least, we've even got something for grinding, honing, and polishing. Oh yeah, and hardwood floors too. So try to keep it all over there. These used machines, which someone's going to be selling here. Keep my dehues back here. I also keep some dehues in here, so that way it'll help everything dry really fast. So I like that. Now excuse the rug pit here because I've got a rug here that one part of it's just not drying, so I've got it floating, as you can see. And it is a 9x11 rug. It's a 10 by 12 rug. 10 by 12 rug sitting in there drying. I've got it floating from the bottom and from the center there, but it's almost mostly dry. Over here I've got my Nautilus MXE 500. Oh yeah, I put a ramp in here. This is my ramp that I use. So basically you can load up your portables and stuff like that. It folds up in 4 pieces. That's kind of cool. So I can ramp up in here. I built this whole setup here where it is tilted downward and then it's tilted to the left. And I've got a drain over there where I knocked out the concrete under it before I put it up, and it goes across the floor into the restroom and into the toilet system. See right there where we knocked it out? then put the concrete back in there. Okay? These are some new filter designs we're working on. They also come on our truck mounts, keep that in mind. Got a couple area rugs up here that are drying, which I'm moving this outside. I've got my centrifuge over there, so I grab the rug. Let's walk around a little bit. I've also got this little trough here, where if I want to soak a rug ahead of time, I can soak it right in this trough right here. So that's kind of cool. Keep a bunch of different, all various wands up here. Watering wands, spinners, watering cans. I like to use those. So after I use the watering cans for deodorizers, I'll go back over it with my weighted wand there to go ahead and press it all down inside my roller. Then I've got a complete flushing wand over here. I've also got a little pressure washer to hit the fringes with. So kind of got it all covered there. And then I keep a bunch of different products over here for deodorizers and stuff like that. And really what they are is they're just my bottles. They're just taking a beating where I had to open it up and send a sample or something like that. So I just don't want to waste any product. Of course, my #1 product, Unchained, over there. So that's basically the look. That's it in a nutshell. And pop this back around here. Let's see, got my trucks out there. Two trucks are here today. Walking around, not getting anybody dizzy here. Coming right back to where I was. Of course, I got my tools over here, my tool benches, air compressor, and all that kind of stuff. It's really nice to have on hand. All right, coming back out here. I'm about to wrap it up. I'll see if you guys got any extra comments you want to say or any questions. Feel free to. Then I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. Let this dry. Like I said, I've got air movers in strategic places. I've got them set up one over here, there, and then I've got one, the air path, to blow straight down so I can really dry a rug fast. Like what I did on this one right here, I will say I cheated on it, so to speak. I put the air path on top of it, which forces it downward, and then I've got it sitting on the grates. So what I do is I bring a rug in here, put it on the grates first. Okay, I've got the grates, vacuum it real well, turn it over, vacuum the other side, take the grates, I can blow it out of there and blow all the excess. I've also got an air compressor over here that's made just for blowing out dusting and stuff like that. And so that's where that goes. Then I bring them over here, pre-treat them with Unchained, and we're working on a new Unchained for rugs, and I've been using that. That's in those boxes back there. It's kind of our secret stuff. That's coming to play. Then I'll take and maybe, after I've done let it soak, I'm either going to do a top-down clean or I'm going to take it back down into the pit. It just depends on the rug. Each individual rug is different. If you haven't got my rug course, I've got a basic rug cleaning course that really covers so much that it'll save you a ton of money and make you a ton of money. You'll make all your money back in a very short period of time, probably in a month, because you'll be able to charge more and you won't have to worry about ruining rugs. And it also helps you with liability so you're not making those mistakes. Now, I'll tell you what, you can charge $300, $400, $500, even up to $1,000 for a rug, but you can ruin a $5,000 or $10,000 rug, and I'm going to help you avoid that. So go to tmfacademy.com and get our rug cleaning course. I think you'll really be pleased with it. It'll make a huge difference. It's got 1/3 in the classroom. It has 1/3 with all the different processes and methods that we have and demonstrated, and then we go through a live job and show you how it's cleaning from start to finish. But I also really cover all the how to identify a rug, simple and easy. I make it simple, practical, and applicable and easy to understand. I promise you, and I guarantee it 100%. You don't like it, just tell me, hey Rob, this thing sucked. All right, I'm going to back it up 100%. Everything we do, there's a reason why we have the most 5-star reviews in the whole industry. I don't know anybody has more 5-star reviews. Just go to our Facebook page, go to tmfshop.net, which has an independent review system, so we don't even control it. You can go through there and read all the reviews on Supercap, Unchained, especially on Unchained or Grout Master. Just go through and read all those reviews. Go through our YouTube page and look on there, our YouTube channel, and look at all the different comments and reviews. And so then go to our forum. We have the largest forum, truckmountforums.com. You can go there. So here we were. We bootstrapped from nothing. We built this, and we built it on the law of reciprocity, hoping that you will do business with us. But if you don't, I'm still going to continue to give, because that's just the way I'm built. I want to help people. I want to raise the bar of the industry. That's why I started my YouTube channel in the first place. If you go back and check the dates, you'll see I was the first one. I was around. I guess I give my age away when YouTube got started. And that's what I did. I wanted to raise the industry, and the industry wasn't being raised. So I used YouTube and started raising it. Now a lot of other cleaners are coming in there. Hey, that's great. I think that's fantastic. I think if anything we can do to make the industry better, I think we should all work together, because why? because God made plenty of dirt for all of us to go around. So don't worry so much about your competition. You got to keep them in mind. You got to watch them. But on the other hand, stay laser focused on what you do and what you do best, and you'll be as successful as possible. But if you're spending all your time worrying about somebody else, worrying what they're doing, you're never going to ever get focused on your goals. Remember, the definition of success is the progressive realization of a goal. So set a goal, start working towards it. You need a vehicle, and I don't mean a literal, I'm talking about a symbolic vehicle. You need a business or maybe a great job. There's nothing wrong with having a job too. And go ahead and fulfill your success and your dreams or whatever you're trying to accomplish. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you got some tips and tricks from this. I'm Rob Allen with Truck Mount Forums. Have yourself a great day. I'm going to have to walk over there and cut it off. I need a little remote, son. If you're watching this, give me a remote so I can cut it on and off. That'd be kind of cool. Well, thanks a lot, everyone. I'll walk on in here and get this thing cut off. Have a great weekend.